Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Friday, November 1st, 2019. I am Fredicia Liebert. Major works on the Island Main Road Rehabilitation and Safety Improvement Project, Cotton Ground to Cliff Dwellers, is substantially completed. So noted Premier the Honourable Mark Brantley at his October 31st press conference.
For those who are driving in that area, you now have a highway over there. And we are hopeful if we can come to terms to continue that effort so that we have a consistency in quality around the entire Island Main Road, the Ring Road. Minor works are still continuing, such as some tying of some side streets. Guardrail crash barriers, those will be installed at different locations where the side slope drop-off poses a danger to drivers. We're also going to be putting up signage along the road, and the roads are going to be marked. So you're going to really have a first-class product there in that area. We all know that that area has been a particularly troublesome area for many years. And so the engineers took some time, I believe right there in Cades Bay, where you've always had water settling on the road. They have taken some time to raise the road. And so we hope that the drainage issues have now been settled and we will have a road surface that certainly we can continue with for some time.
The Premier also made an appeal to motorists.
Because when you're on it, you do feel like you can speed. It is so smooth, it is so wide, it is so inviting. But we are urging motorists to be cautious and to adhere to the speed limits. For those of you who know that area, from Cotton Ground, there was a road coming down by who we call Aussie that joined the Island Main Road. That road has now been permanently closed. And what we've done is created a different path. The engineers came up with that, they say, for greater safety, because many who came down the road by Aussie know that it was almost a blind corner. They were joining the Island Main Road and really couldn't sometimes tell if there was oncoming traffic. So we have shifted that, and that road by Aussie is now permanently closed, and so we want the public to know that.
Premier of Nevis, the Honourable Mark Brantley. A farewell cocktail was held for former Chief Executive Officer of the Nevis Tourism Authority, Greg Phillip, on Tuesday, October 29th at the Nisbet Plantation Beach Club. Chairman of the Nevis Tourism Authority, Tim Thuel, expressed his gratitude to Phillip for his 6 years of service.
We got his letter of resignation 3 months ago, and I guess that didn't really hit me until about 2 months ago when, oh my gosh, what are we going to do without Greg? Greg is an inspiration to us all. He's dynamic, he's a leader, he's a public speaker extraordinaire. He's always positive, he's very encouraging, he's a great leader, and you could not look for a better representative of Nevis abroad. And I sincerely mean that. I really, really do.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, John Hanley, also expressed gratitude to Phillip.
But Greg, we thank you for all that you have done. Certainly one of the most memorable things, from my observation, has been the way that you have grown and transformed the Nevis Mango and Food Festival. And I think we can put our hands together for the tremendous work that Greg has done with the Nevis Mango and Food Festival. And it is a legacy, it's certainly one of your strongest legacies, and it is something that the NTA, whoever fills their shoes, they would have a lot of work to perpetuate that particular festival. So Greg, whatever it is you decide to do in the future, we wish you all the very best.
In his response, Phillip noted that he will continue in the same vein to make Nevis the #1 travel destination in the Caribbean.
If I had a say in what my legacy would be at Nevis Tourism Authority and for Nevis, would really be the answer to the question whether or not the people I met there, the people I worked with there, are better because they work there with me. And if that answer is yes, even in a little way, that's what I really care about. If that answer is yes in the smallest way, that's it for me. And that's the thing that really and truly warms my heart. There's a lot of things I plan to do, and all of those things are still going to be things that pertain to Nevis tourism all those things are still going to be things that pertain to the success of Nevis as a destination for people to travel to. It's not something that I can depart from. It's not something that that I'm ever going to turn my back on.
The Nevis Island Administration's Information Technology IT Department will host Information and Communications Technology ICT Week 2019 from Monday 4th to Thursday 7th November. On Thursday, October 31st, Premier the Honorable Mark Brantley invited the public to participate.
The theme for this week is content creation and not consumption. IT department recognizes that most of our people consume a lot of what is put on the internet, but we don't create any meaningful content for the same environment. So we are consuming, but not creating, and they want to change that. So the main objective of the week is to present to students, government ministries, departments, and the private sector insights of how they can create content to inform and promote their products and services on the World Wide Web. I'm told they're going to have some very interesting and informative sessions, and certainly I'm inviting all to go out and be a part of that, the ICT week that starts on November 4th.
Premier the Honorable Mark Brantley speaking at his October 31st press conference. The topics for ICT Week 2019 are content creation and marketing, business strategies, the art of good content versus storytelling. What truly counts is what you do with your content after creating it, and content builds relationships. The sessions will take place on Monday 4th, Tuesday 5th, and Thursday 7th November from 8:45 a.m. to 1 p.m. Still to come, 2 students to represent Nevis in national leg of Courts OECS reading competition. The details after this break. Welcome back. A student of the Maud Cross Preparatory School and a student of the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School will represent Nevis in the national leg of the Courts OECS reading competition. The pair participated in the 10th annual St. Kitts and Nevis Primary Schools zonal reading competition on Wednesday, October 30th, earning the opportunity to represent the island. Having read a narrative and an OECS news item, Rondre Daniel earned a combined score of 242 points of a possible 315 points.
Members of the public using the services of the X-ray unit at the Alexandra Hospital on Nevis can expect a less time-consuming process. Thanks to the installation of the direct radiography DR system at the unit on September 17, 2019. Honorable Hazel Brandy Williams, Junior Minister of Health in Nevis Island Administration (NIA), officially commissioned the new system on October 11, 2019. And express gratitude to those who identify the need for the technologically advanced system. Ms. Brandy Williams was also given a first-hand experience with the new equipment. We have a brief demonstration on how the new system works, and I am indeed elated that we have advanced in technology. I am certain that the speed with which this new system works, we will see quicker results, she said.
Khalid Warner earned a combined score of 236 points of a possible 315 points.
Castries Mayor Peterson Francis has expressed major concern that the flooding in Castries last week was the result of indiscriminating littering and waste dumped in the city's drains. He believes that many citizens are silent enablers and contributors to the problem, according to a statement from the mayor's office. The statement observed that indiscriminate garbage disposal is among the leading contributors to clogged drains, which has caused flooding. In parts of Castries last week, especially near the Castries market, the Castries mayor has called on citizens to take individual responsibility for the proper waste disposal.
The other participants were Lennon Shiverton of the Montessori Academy, Tasia Mills of St. James's Primary School, Anthony Clark of Charlestown Primary School, Delijah Clark of St. Thomas's Primary School, Tinaya Boland of Joyceling Library Primary School, Ruthan Fraser of Ivor Walters Primary School, and Lancelot Neal of Nevis Academy.
The court's local reading competition has benefited our children for the past 10 years by promoting literacy and engendering a fun-filled way to encourage reading within the structure of an exciting Healthy Schools reading competition. The aim of the competition has also been to promote UNESCO's efforts in encouraging global literacy and the undeniable connection between a country's economic growth and development and its literacy level. Our two top readers from today's competition will go on to represent Nevis in the local finals. It is scheduled this year to be held on Wednesday, 13th November 2019 at the St. Kitts Marriott Hotel Conference Room.
Terence Dorr is the education officer responsible for literacy development. The deadline for the essay competition for the celebration of Seniors Month in Nevis has been extended to November 15th, 2019.
The topic for the essay competition is, what are the qualities and accomplishments that are necessary to justify senior citizens as older human rights champions? The word limit for those under 12 is 600 words. For those ages 12 to 18 years, it's 1,000 words. And for our senior citizens who I know love to write, love to talk, love to read, who love just about everything, it's 600 words. For the essay competition, we have 3 prizes to be given in each category: a first prize, a second prize, and a third prize.
Coordinator of the Senior Citizens Division, Trudy Prentice, outlining the details of the competition. Junior clerk in the division, Jamaica Morton, spoke about the guidelines for the competition.
All entries must have an introduction and a conclusion. Entries would be judged on content/subject, creativity, structure, and grammar. All entries must have a cover page and participant's name and contact number.
International Month of Older Persons is celebrated annually on October 1st and was this year celebrated under the theme, The Journey to Age Equality. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredicia Liburd. Thank you for viewing.